Here's some news you didn't want to hear this morning. You want nothing to do with an organization calling itself the military or the government. And I'll tell you why. You don't want to be in the military because, first of all, you're joining a group of people who you have to follow the orders no matter what. Your conscience be damned. Oh, I don't want to napalm village this whole place? Oh, well, too bad. Do it. And then if you don't do it, you'll go to prison or you'll be executed for betraying your own country. Quote unquote, your own country, as in your commanders. Those motherfuckers up there that could care less about their own country. They just want to ensure their power, their prestige for commanding souls to their doom. So the military, and when you pronounce it out phonetically, my light awry, my light gone awry, my soul lost to oblivion. You're a soulless fucking idiot, which is another moniker that they give you, a soldier, a soul dyer, soul dead, soul killer. And then they send your dumbass all over the world to fucking bomb third world countries and murder brown people, black people, fucking anybody that isn't a part of the fucking, the elite, the Western powers. It doesn't matter what it is, because there's militaries in every country. I'm just talking about America right now. That's my primary concern in this whole conversation. Because if America falls, you could kiss your ass goodbye, freedom. Not to say America's perfect, far from it. It's been getting worse and worse and worse all the time. It didn't start perfect, it won't end perfect, but it's the best we got because it's the closest thing to true freedom. And no other country can say that. There may be countries where there's less crime, where they have more money, where they're better educated, but they have no right to self-defense. They have no right to true free speech, free thought. They're fucking zombies too. And they're all controlled by their government, which is governmente, in Latin, gubernare mente, to control the mind control. And these mind controllers are all telling their fucking soul killers, their my light gone awry soul dyers, to go do their bidding so that their bank accounts stack. Their power stacks. Fucking weak, innocent people all over the world murdered by these military people who are controlled by these mind controllers. Are you understanding where I'm going with this? Is this making any sense to your dumbass? It better. Because if it doesn't start making sense and you don't start changing your just rampant belief, your worship of authority, then we're all going to fucking be doomed. And it's because of you, because of your belief. Belief alone sustains the fucking hell. You don't have to pull the trigger. You just have to say, I love this. I believe it. And then all these soldiers, all these soul dyers, all these my light has gone totally awry motherfuckers who only joined the military because they had no other choice or because they had some stupid patriotic notion that fucking, slaughtering whole villages of people is somehow defending their little town in Nebraska. Okay? So, or they're broken people and they were psychopaths to begin with and they just want to hurt people. Or they were drafted and they were stupid enough to say, okay, yeah, well, I guess the government's calling on me, so I got to go do it, instead of saying, fuck you. Now, I signed my draft card before I was awake, but best believe I would never, ever join the military. Now, a militia is a whole different thing. And a militia, I haven't even thought of that. My light aya. So my light I. So my light is in balance. Because here's an A, right? It's in total balance. And my eye is on the balance. My light is on there. So, I like that. See, in a militia, you defend your actual land. You don't go fight in any foreign wars. That's not how it works. You can't. And you defend your area and you don't take orders. You fight voluntarily. And if you decide not to do what everybody else is doing, you're not going to get shot in the head because you're not in a military tribunal. Okay? And you're defending your land from foreign invaders or from the government. Enemies foreign and domestic. All police, all military, they always seem to forget the domestic terrorists, which is themselves. Or the government. They're just an extension of the government because the government is telling them what to do. The government is writing their checks to hurt you. to put you in a cage, to steal from you, to coerce you. Government is always based on three things: violence, coercion, and theft. The three necessary essentials for slavery. Ergo, why government is always slavery. No matter what country, no matter what place, because as soon as one group of people believes they have rights that another group of people doesn't have, they always abuse it. Remember that huge science experiment they did with kids in Monopoly, and they gave like one person, one or a small group of people playing Monopoly advantages over all the other players, and all the other players didn't have it, and they quickly just slaughtered them all. And they loved it. They're like, yeah, we're destroying you. And they're like, no, please don't do this. No, this is how the game works. We're the fucking hierarchy, bitch. It's written in the rules. It's written in the stars, son. Sorry you didn't fucking book it, Zoolander. So, long story long, because this needs to be long form. Your need for a short soundbite to learn something is preventing you from learning jack squat. Because you've spent 15,000 hours in public slave camps, known as schools. You're not just going to undo all that mental programming with a fucking meme. You're going to need to go deep down inside yourself and into the truth. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty. There's going to be nights where you're like, do I have to shoot myself right now? Like, for what I've done, for what I've been participating in? And the colossus. You talk about David and fucking Goliath right now. That's a pittance. That's nothing compared to fucking what we're actually facing. The people who are really facing the Illuminati, the dark Illuminati, because I keep making this point. Illuminati is a good word. It's the Illuminators. But the fuckers out there that are controlling everything are the dark Illuminati. They want to bring darkness. They want to spread darkness to everyone. They consider themselves the on-high motherfuckers that know everything, and they want to subjugate everybody by making sure that there's a permanent power differential through knowledge. They know everything, you know nothing, and therefore, without knowledge, you are completely disarmed. I don't care if you're literally the Terminator and you can kill 100 men in the span of 2 minutes. You don't mean shit versus someone who knows what's going on in this world versus someone who doesn't. Versus someone who does, okay? So, my fervent wish is that you'll look into these things. And if you want the QuickBooks version, which is still thousands of hours, but not the 20,000 plus that I've done, then check out whatonearthishappening.com. Start at episode 1. Go through the 70 plus episodes, 2 hours long each, of mind control. Yeah, that's right. There's that much information on mind control, and there's that much you need to fucking defuck of yourself, okay? There's so many layers of bullshit over you right now, I can't even bring voice to the tragedy of it all. But what I can do is lead you into a better world through the knowledge that you will gain via the avenues that I have gone to reach that. And it's a tapestry of information. A tapestry, with things that you see hanging on the wall with all the colors and the swirls and the geometric patterns, and they all interlock, and you see a grand pattern, but you have to understand each portion of it and how it interlocks with the other to really get it. You're just looking at it all at once, it's too much. It's like trying to learn trigonometry when you don't even know addition or subtraction. Ain't gonna happen, Captain. It just ain't. So, and then there's other resources too. Check out Michael Tessarian's work, Unslaved. That's right. None are more helplessly enslaved than those who don't even know they're slaves. Okay? And most people have no idea that they're slaves. Most people have no idea that government is slavery. They think that government is God, that it is the Messiah, that it is the force. That's why they're willing to send their children into the fucking pits of hell anywhere across the world and then wave the American flag like like doing so is God's will. But it ain't. It's a psyop, Squidney. It's a psychological operation that has been going on for a long ass time. I'll give you a simple example of mind control. Red, white, and blue. Now you're immediately going to go, oh, America, right? Look into how many countries have red, white, and blue in their flag. There's a mind control reason for this. And that's because red represents the right hemisphere of the brain, the female side of the brain, the all-inclusive, all-encompassing side of the brain. And left is blue. That's the analytical, logical, linear, male thinking side. And then white is the central core, the balance point, your pineal gland, red, white, and blue. It plays on the mind. As soon as you see red, white, and blue, it plays on all hemispheres of the brain, and immediately you're paying attention. Immediately you feel, this is real. This is something important. I think it's something like 150 countries have the exact color scheme, red, white, and blue, in different variations, in different geometric patterns. So the governments of the world know this, and that's why they do these things. Because they want you to be fervently fucking patriotic. They want you to pay attention to what they're selling you. It's a scam. It's been going on for so fucking long now that everybody just thinks it's normal. Selling off your children to be butchered in foreign wars, or to fucking butcher your own people to keep them in line, to bludgeon them over the head with a nightstick, to come drag them out of their houses in the middle of the night. My light awry, soul dyers, mind control, gubernamentalmente. Oh, it's a coincidence, Danny. Danny, it's a coincidence. It just happens to be a coincidence that's always happening. Which doesn't make it a coincidence at all, you dumb fuck! It makes it fact! It makes it irrefutable! It makes it so plain as day that once you're told and then, you can see it but you still refuse it, it means that you're a fucking cluck. You're a chicken. That just ready to get slaughtered or help your family get slaughtered because of your willful, pathetic ignorance. And I've had it. I've had it because your ignorance is sending the legions of doom against me and my family. Does that sound nice? Does that sound good? Right? Patriotic? Loving? Fuck no. Fuck no, bitch. Hear me. Hear my words. And know that I ain't fucking with you. I ain't joking. I'm not getting paid to explain the world to you. I'm only trying to ensure our survival. Not just me and my family, yours too. But you're going to have to want to survive. You hate yourself. You loathe yourself because your soul knows what you're doing, even though your mind don't. So, in the AM in my house, this is what I think about. And actually, it's all times of the day, this is where I'm at. This, in the here and now, in the real world. In the world, but not of it. I've escaped the matrix. I've seen creation, the fabric of all. And believe me when I tell you, there is no mortal agency whatsoever that can touch that shit. The fuckers who think that they're gods on this world, which is a lot of you, because your ego is so big, it's the fucking most disgusting pimple just ready to pop, thinking it's the shit. But you're just a pus sack of filth. Super absorbed in its own fuckery. Okay? When I face creation, when my time here on this globe is over, the sphere of magic, this wonderful orb where we can learn, we can grow, we can help, we can share, we can do anything here. And that's our free will choice. You know? It's your free will choice. You can do anything. But when my time is done here, I will never allow myself to stand before judgment. Any kind of judgment you want to know or see. Any name, God, Allah, fucking the creator, divinity, the goddess. Whatever it is. Lakshmi, Ra, El, Quetzalcoatl. I don't care what your version of the deity is. When I face that, I'm going to be able to say wholeheartedly that I did hard work. Maybe not the best, maybe not as much as I could have, definitely not. I'm not perfect. But I did way more than the vast majority of people out there. And that, it doesn't make me feel good, because if more people did it, I wouldn't need to have to work this hard. I wouldn't need to have to sacrifice so much of what I wanted to do in life. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to do all these things, but I can't because I have to pay taxes to do that, because I have to be in the system. I have to support human slavery in order to have the things that I want. And so therefore, I don't go after the things that I want, because I'd have to do evil to have it. And that fucking sucks. Hard. But I'll do it. I'll continue to do it, because the alternative is not acceptable. And principles are things that come before all else. And if you don't have principles, then you are an agent of chaos, and you will be used for chaos. There's no way around that.